Thank you all for being so patient.
WoodSongs Kids is presented in part by the Kentucky Department of Tourism, inviting people from all over the world to visit our lakes, mountains, parks, sports, music festivals, and more. You can explore everything Kentucky has to offer your family vacation online at kentuckytourism.com. By the Martin Guitar Company, building handcrafted guitars for professionals and front porch pickers since 1833. Online at martinguitar.com. And by Visit Lex, the online source of Lexington tourism, helping fans visit the historic city of Lexington, Kentucky, the home of WoodSongs Kids. Online at visitlex.com. WoodSongs Kids, celebrating the music of America's front porch from the Lyric Theater in Lexington, Kentucky.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on another broadcast of WoodSongs Kids. You ready, Sarah? We're going to sing a song, right? Sitting on a creaky old rocking chair. They say it's gonna rain. We don't care. Dancing with you all afternoon on the front porch with me. Listen to the rhythm of a summer rain,
tapping out a tempo on my window pane. Nothing like summer on the front porch swing, making my banjo ring.
I'm playing my banjo on a rocking chair.
You can play the fiddle in your underwear,
just as pretty as a rainbow in your hair. On the front porch with me. Oh, when you're on the front porch
with me.
And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're broadcasting all over America. We're celebrating the music of America's front porch kids style. And we tell these kids every week that come on our broadcast, we don't need you to be perfect. We just want you to have fun, because that's what music is supposed to be. An enjoyable celebration of your heart, your skill, your talent, and especially your family. So we have two wonderful acts on this particular broadcast, so let's get started. They are called Newfound Gap. They're going to do a great song called Shady Grove. Please welcome them to WoodSongs Kids. It's a family band, four brothers and sisters from called Newfound Gap from Leicester, North Carolina. So nice to have you guys here. We got little Emmy playing the bass. You're 11 years old, right? And then next to Judah Davis is playing the guitar, doing a great job, kind of Tony Rice style, right? And then we have Sylvie is doing a brilliant job on her fiddle, and then singing and playing the banjo is Bayla. So Bayla, let's ask you a question now. How long has the family been, brothers and sisters, been playing this music? How long have you been doing it?
Well, each one of us started when we were around 6 years old. So it kind of ranges. I've been playing for 10 years. I'm 16 years old. And Emmy's been playing bass for about like a year. She started in mandolin, but she's a multi-instrumentalist.
Now the bass is
Yeah.
the bass is taller than she is. I mean, that's a big instrument for a little girl to be playing. So what is the rehearsing like in the home? Is mom and dad sitting you down to make you rehearse, or you do it because you just want to, or how's it work?
Because we're so close and we're siblings, it's very easy to fight. I don't know how to explain it. So most of the time it's difficult to start. Usually we start playing when one sibling's already practicing by themselves, and then everyone else kind of trickles
just joins in.
Yeah.
So it's not like Mondays at 3 o'clock you're going to have a rehearsal. It's not that rigid, right?
We've tried to do that, and we just can't get into it.
And yet you're so
yeah.
good. I mean, you play so tight and so good. I mean, it's a really beautiful thing to see.
You.
So you're playing kind of a claw hammer,
Yes.
but on a resonator banjo. So you're not doing an open back thing, right? So
No.
explain why.
Because my friends at the Bela Fleck camp bullied me for having an open back banjo. That's my reason. Also, resonators are a lot louder, and I like to be a little bit louder and more
Well, let's
melodic.
explain to the radio. Now, the TV audience can see what we're talking about.
Yes.
The resonator's that big wooden thing in the back of the banjo.
Yes.
But explain to the radio audience what we're talking about.
So, yeah, resonators, these types, you usually see people playing the three-finger style with the picks, and it's loud, and it's mainly bluegrass. And then the open back, which is usually people that play just claw hammer or like two-finger without any picks, they play the banjo without the back at all, and it's just like a hole in the back of your banjo, which is what I play a lot of the time because I play claw hammer so much. But the resonators, more melodic and louder, while the open back's more like a warm tone that mixes in with the fiddle.
It has a warmer, more poppy sound,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, let's get back into your music. You're going to do a great old traditional tune. You ready to play it? They're from Leicester, North Carolina. This is Sitting on Top of the World, Newfound Gap on WoodSongs Kids. Beautifully done. The Davis kids, Bela and Sylvia, Judah and Emmy, all together. They're called Newfound Gap from Leicester, North Carolina. And now we're going to move over to our other artist who comes to us. And she's very much in the tradition of John Hartford, who used to play his fiddle and dance at the same time. And she's going to kind of do that, but there's a little bit of a twist. She's got tap shoes on. So she's going to be playing her fiddle and tapping. She's going to start out with a Beatles song. It's called Eleanor Rigby. Let's welcome from Burlington, North Carolina, Sabrina Patel, right here on WoodSongs Kids. A Beatles song, Eleanor Rigby. Sabrina Patel, you're 11 years old, right? So
Yes.
how did you learn to play the fiddle so well, so quick?
Well, at first it was really, really hard. I was definitely at first one of those kids who was like screeching a lot. But I actually used to play with an Irish band, and that kind of helped me get better and more like open to performing. And then 2 years ago, I started playing the national anthem around the U.S., and I actually have a goal to play the national anthem in all 50 states.
All 50 states. So you want to travel all over America to play your fiddle, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to brag on you, but you're the Twin Lakes Small Fry champion fiddle player. I mean, that's a pretty cool little thing, right?
Thank you.
So we're going to get into another song. This is a cool song. It's called Ragtime Annie. Are you going to do the same thing? You're going to be dancing while you're playing?
Yes.
She's 11 years old from Burlington, North Carolina. Sabrina Patel right here on WoodSongs Kids. Ragtime Annie Fiddle and tapping away all the way from Burlington, North Carolina, Sabrina Patel, and we're enjoying hearing all these kids. And Sarah, we're here with you, and she was playing her instrument, but she wasn't singing. And it's an interesting thing because she's making the violin as if it was her voice, right? But we love singing voices. So sometimes you can't play an instrument, but you can still sing along. Why is singing so important?
When we're singing, singing is one of the most special and important things that we can do. When we're singing, our voice is at,
It goes fast, doesn't it?
Singing is one of the most special and amazing things that we can do. When we're singing, sound comes out of our voice at 750 miles per hour. Can you believe that?
That's very fast. It's faster than you can run, right?
Yes.
Well, we're about to hear someone with a beautiful, beautiful singing voice, and she's only 16 years old. It's Bela Davis, and she and her brothers and sisters, they're called Newfound Gap, and they're going to do a song that Gershwin made famous in an opera called Porgy and Bess. Ready? It's called Summertime. It's Newfound Gap on WoodSongs Kids.
Thank you so much. Summertime, and the living is easy. Catfish are jumping
Beautifully done. It's a Gershwin song, Summertime, from Porgy and Bess, done beautifully by Newfound Gap. They're all the way from Leicester, North Carolina. It's a family band, 4 brothers and sisters together. And Bela, who picked that song for you guys? Who's the one who found that song? Was it Judah, your guitar player?
Most of the time, yeah.
So, 13 years old? You're 13 and you like opera? So, so we're going to get into now something more closer to your style. He's going to pick a song that was made popular by Doc Watson, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. This is called Beaumont Rag. It's Newfound Gap on WoodSongs Kids.
Sorry, always a banjo player.
So good. 11-year-old Emmy on bass. Judah Davis playing that guitar. 13 years old. Sylvie is playing the fiddle. She's 14 years old. And Bela is 16, playing that amazing clawhammer banjo and singing these songs. And we're going to move over now to an absolutely beautiful fiddle song that people who watch PBS stations got to hear this song on a very special broadcast by Ken Burns. This is called Ashok and Farewell, Sabrina Patel from Burlington, North Carolina. The show can farewell 11-year-old Sabrina Patel from Burlington, North Carolina. What a beautiful song and beautifully played. And folks that are watching on television get to see, but I want the radio audience to know that you dance even when you're not tapping.
Yes.
When you play the fiddle, you move around a lot, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Is it the joy inside you making you move like that?
Yeah, it's also just like a good way to keep the time, and it's also just like part of like my way of playing violin and like who I am.
Well, I think it's a beautiful thing. Now, we're going to dip into a song that was made really famous on a motion picture, right? And this is a Scott Joplin song, and you're going to play it, and you're going to do the tapping thing on this, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's called The Entertainer, Sabrina Patel, 11 years old, from Burlington, North Carolina. Sabrina Patel, 11 years old, from Burlington, North Carolina. Wasn't it wonderful having Newfound Gap, 4 brothers and sisters, playing so well? WoodSongs kids, we're celebrating this wonderful world of music, kids style. We view our show as like a multimedia front porch, and we want all these kids to be part of that front porch. It's a beautiful thing. Mr. Rogers said it best. He said, listening is where love begins, and we think that you as parents and families and folks that are able to help these kids, one of the most wonderful things you can do for these children is just listen to them. Let them enjoy their art and music. Let's say thanks to everybody, Sarah.
Thanks for being a part of our show. Join us again next week for more.
Okay, everybody did a great job, and we kind of muscled through that. A big thanks to the crew for fixing it. So we're going to fix the stage. It's going to take about 5 minutes. We're going to get ready for our next artist. You got a little kid who plays like Tony Rice on the guitar, and we have another youngster who writes her own songs. So they're going to get set up here really quick. Let's give these kids a big round of applause real quick. Thank you, everybody. Good job.
You did so good. I love your voice.
Check.
This one, and then this Go again, Mr. Rob. You got nervous there, didn't you? It's all right. When we edit the show, it won't be noticed. Stand up so I can hear you. Now you got it. You ready, Tucker? Come on out, Tucker. Don't knock your head. Good. You lost your baseball cap. Okay, and Dan, we lost our monitors during that first one.
They should be. I turned them off while Brian was moving stuff around.
Yeah. We're good. We ready to go? We ready to go? All right, let's start the second show then. TV ready? They good upstairs? All right. All right, let's start with Dorothy first. Or let's trigger the music and do that. Okay? All right.
WoodSongs Kids,
no.
celebrating the music of America's.
No. We gotta start the clock first. Are we queued up? You queued up, Dan? Okay, here we go. Clock first.
WoodSongs Kids, celebrating the music of America's front porch from the Lyric Theater in Lexington, Kentucky.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Sarah Mali Be Cool. Welcome to WoodSongs Kids. Please welcome my friend, Michael Jonathan.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, here we go with another broadcast of WoodSongs Kids. They're coming from all over America to be on our show. Ready to sing a song? Sitting on a creaky old rocking chair. They say it's gonna rain. We don't care. Dancing with you all afternoon on the front porch with me.
Listen to the rhythm of a summer rain, tapping out a tempo on my window pane. Nothing like summer on the front porch swing, making my banjo ring.
I'm playing my banjo on a rocking chair.
You can play the fiddle in your underwear,
Just as pretty as a rainbow in your hair.
on the front porch with me.
Oh, when you're on the front porch.
with me.
Thank you, Sarah. Good job. And here we are, another broadcast of WoodSongs Kids. What are we doing? Kids come from all over America to be on our stage that we treat like a multimedia front porch. We're encouraging kids to have fun with their music, to enjoy their art, and we tell them all the time, you don't have to be perfect with what you do. We just want you to have fun. We want you to enjoy your music. So we've got two amazing artists. First up is going to be a youngster from Boone, North Carolina. He's 11 years old, and he plays, you're 11, right? No? Well, how old are you?
12.
You're 12. You grew a whole year on me.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's close
He-
enough, though.
Close enough. He plays the guitar really well. Please welcome Tucker Connor to the WoodSongs Kids.
Oh, she said if I ever deceived her, she'd be gone before I could count 10. So I guess that I didn't believe her. So just look at this trouble I'm in. And she's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster that train flies farther along down the track. Well, I lost every right to be happy when I lost the heaven I found. So she warned me she'd leave and she left me before my first tear hit the ground. And she's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster that train flies farther along down the track. Farther along down the track.
Oh, there you go. He's 12 years old. He's from Boone, North Carolina. Tucker Connor playing his acoustic guitar, doing a song that J.D. Crowe made pretty popular. So, what do you think, Tucker? How long have you been playing the guitar?
I've been playing about 3 years.
About 3 years. You're 12 years old now. So you started like you were 9?
Yeah, about 9.
About 9. What other instruments do you play?
I play the banjo, the mandolin, the bass, and I want to learn a little bit of dobro.
Well, I bet you could do it. Now, you've learned all these instruments pretty quick. You're just a young kid still. So do you like spend most of your time playing music? Is that how you learned all these instruments?
Yeah, I like to spend a lot of time playing music. It's a big thing around me. We've got a lot of bluegrass players and a lot of jams and a lot of just good teachers all around us. Yeah, it's a
Now,
good place.
you mentioned jams. A lot of folks that are listening or watching the show, they think you're talking about jelly, right? So what is a jam? What is a music jam?
Well, it's when you play with a lot of people. But another type of jam where I live is called Junior Appalachian Musicians, which is where I first started playing. It's a good way to get into the music, especially if you live sort of in my area in the mountains of North Carolina over there, and there's a lot of just people playing and a lot of kids playing.
So you live in a very rural area, right? And so folks like to kind of sit on their front porches and play still?
Yeah, a couple people. I had a gig one time that a guy saw me playing on the front porch. He said, "I've seen you playing your front porch as I'm driving by."
So yeah, the front porch is a wonderful stage, isn't it?
It is a
You're going to do a
wonderful
song next that Stephen Foster wrote back in 1850. Man, this is an old song. Angeline Baker, he's 12 years old. Tucker Connor, right here on WoodSongs Kids. Not bad for 12 years old. Tucker Connor from Boone, North Carolina on the 6-string guitar. We're going to get back to him. He's going to do a little Tony Rice here shortly, but we're going to take a little bit of a curveball. She's 15 years old. Her name is Mia Maguire, and she is from the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We're very proud that she could be here. She's got a friend of hers playing piano. We're going to introduce him here in a second, but she's doing songs that she wrote. This is called This Love. It's Mia Maguire on WoodSongs Kids.
Spring turned into summer, the cold weather turned warmer, and now that school's out, everybody on the first night went down to the beach, to the coastline, to have some fun in the nightlight. But then I saw your face in the pale moonlight on that beach for the very first time. Yeah, this love, it's like fireworks on the 4th of July. Yeah, this love, it's like a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Yeah, this love, sunsets over your blue eyes, baby. This love, I hope it never ends. You took me by the hand and made my dreams come true, and I didn't expect to find someone like this, but we knew it from the first night that this love is like fireworks on the 4th of July. Yeah, this love is like a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Yeah, this love, sunsets over your blue eyes, baby. This love, I hope it never ends.
Song is called This Love. She wrote it herself. Mia Maguire, 15 years old, from Banner, Kentucky. You're in the eastern part of the state. You're kind of in the hills and the hollers out there, right?
Very much so, very much so.
So just like young Tucker, you live in a very rural area,
Yeah.
but your music is kind of contemporary sounding. So,
Yeah.
you know, most music out there would either be hard country or bluegrass and old-timey, but you're doing something that's kind of all on your own, and you write a lot of your own songs, right?
I do. I write a lot of my own songs, and you know, I played some bluegrass in the past, and I love country too. But you know, I kind of went for my own style when I write because I listen to more contemporary music, and I listen to a mix of tons of things. But I try to combine them all and have a mixture. You know.
When you're living in a very rural part of the country, right, they call them hollers, right?
Yeah.
So do you live in that part of eastern Kentucky where there's hollers?
I live up a holler. I sure
You
do.
live up a holler,
Yep.
right? So exploring this kind of music, though, you have to seek it out because it's not
You do.
readily available. It's not like a lot of venues out there where bands play this stuff.
Yeah, especially not in my area. You know, like when I get gigs close to home, you know, people aren't used to hearing music like this. You know, contemporary music. They're used to country, bluegrass, even some rock. You know, and I play those too, but the songs I write usually geared towards pop and country and rock mix. You know, so I bring something different.
Well, you're the princess of Kentucky's hollers out there in eastern Kentucky. You can do a song that you wrote. This is another one that's original, right?
Yes.
It's called Fallen Angel. She's 15 years old, from Banner, Kentucky. Mia Maguire on WoodSongs Kids.
The broken wings of a fallen angel. She was broken by the hurt of earthly harm. She has so much that she needs to say, but she holds herself back every day. It can't end this way. She goes about her life like a
stranger. She doesn't know who she is when she looks in the mirror. It's so hard, but she knows that there is something missing that she can't live without. So she opens up her Bible. She hasn't done this in a while. She starts reading the good word again. She kneels by the bed to pray and ask him to lead the way for her. She says, Jesus, will you save me if I am worth saving? 'Cause right now I feel so small. Lord, I give you my all.
What a beautiful song. Self-penned. It's originally called Fallen Angel. Mia Maguire, she's 15 years old from Banner, Kentucky. And Sarah, we heard Mia talk about hollers, and we talked to Tucker, and he lives in a rural part of the country, and that he lives around hollers and stuff.
Right.
And most folks, especially folks in cities, don't know what a holler is. How would you explain it?
Well, the word holler, it has nothing to do with yelling or hollering at people.
Right.
It just means hollow. And in other words, it's the hollow space in between two mountains. A fun thing about a holler is when you're at the top of the Appalachian Mountains, you can hear the echo coming from that holler.
So it's a beautiful, she lives in eastern Kentucky in Floyd County. I lived in a little town called Mousy, Kentucky, which is in Knott County, and that was all hollers and stuff too. Before we move on to the next artist, let's give some props to Alex Markham playing piano for Miss Mia. And we're going to get back to our amazing guitar player. He's 12 years old. He's from Boone, North Carolina. He's going to do a great old-timey song. It's called Sitting on Top of the World. Tucker Connor on WoodSongs Kids.
I had to do a little switch in there. I had my capo on the wrong spot. But now we're good. This is a good doc song that is doc's where I'm from. So it's kind of cool to play this song, and it's what I do around where I'm from, so this is a really good one. It's in the spring, one sunny day, my good gal left me, she went away. Now she's gone, I don't worry, Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. She called me Dallas, El Paso, said, come on, Betty, I need you so. Now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Peaches, don't shake my tree. Stand in my orchard, let my peaches be. Now she's gone, I don't worry. Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Find me a woman a man can trust. Now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Mississippi River runs deep and wide. I left my baby on the other side. Now she's gone, I don't worry, I'm sitting on top of the world.
Tucker Connor, 12 years old, picking that thing like Merle on a 6-string guitar. And you're from Boone, North Carolina. Now, a very famous person, Doc Watson, is from that same area, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now, there's a park bench out there with a statue of Doc. I mean, do you go sit on that park bench, get your picture taken next to the statue?
I do a lot. I like to go over there and play. I've got a video on YouTube of me playing over there, and I've been over there countless times even when I was younger and didn't even really play guitar.
You're 12 years old, so even when you were younger? Is that what you just said?
I mean, I was like 3 years old.
About 3 years old. Now, I'm going to brag on you a little bit. I mean, not everybody gets to play Merle Fest, but you got to play Merle Fest, didn't you?
Yeah, it was really fun.
No, that's a good thing. Shows the big dogs like what you're doing, right? Now, speaking of big dogs, Tony Rice is like the guitar player, isn't he?
Tony is the guy.
He's the guy, and you're gonna do a song that Tony Rice made popular. Ready? Okay, it's called "More Pretty Girls Than One." It's a Tony Rice tune. He's from Boone, North Carolina. Tucker Connor. He's 12 years old on WoodSongs Kids.
There's more pretty girls than one, more pretty girls than one. Any old town that I ramble all around in, there's more pretty girls than one. Mama talked to me last night, she gave to me some good advice. Said, son, you ought to quit this old rambling all around, marry you a sweet and loving wife. There's more pretty girls than one, more pretty girls than one. Any old town that I ramble all around in, there's more pretty girls than one. I've traveled through this old lonesome land, down many old roads I have went, but I'm dreaming all about them pretty little gals, hoping that I'll never die. There's more pretty girls than one, more pretty girls than one. Oh, any old town that I ramble all around in, there's more pretty girls than one. Any old town that I ramble all around, there's more pretty girls than one.
Good job, Tucker. Tucker Connor from Boone, North Carolina, 12 years old on his guitar, singing about pretty girls. There's three pretty girls on this stage, and one of them is about ready to sing for us. She is 15 years old from Banner, Kentucky. This is another original tune. It's called Melody. Let's welcome Maguire back on stage. WoodSongs Kids.
Time needs to slow down, and years don't need to go faster. Dreams need to be chased and never should be forgotten. 'Cause this is your life that you're making. You get one chance to make it right. Don't waste your time on silly things. Always keep a melody in your mind. Travel the open road. Adventure waits again, see. Feel the wind blow through your hair and feel chance to make it right. Don't waste your time on silly things. Always keep a melody in your mind. Time needs to slow down.
15-year-old Mia Maguire from Banner, Kentucky. Original song called Melody, and props again to Alex Markham, doing a great job on the piano. So is that hard for you to write your own song and then work with another musician like Alex to learn the arrangements so that you can perform it the way you hear it?
Yeah, well, that's probably the hardest part of the whole thing, because I'm no piano player, and I can do some chords, and I wrote the main melody of the song.
What do you write on? What do you write when you're writing?
I write on a piano.
You write on the piano?
Yeah, I write on the piano. I've been experimenting with guitar some, but I still mostly write on the piano. But that's the hardest part, is to communicate what's in my head to Alex and to other musicians who are coming in the studio and learning these songs. They're like, Mia, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like saying little melodies, and they're like, okay. So in the end, it works out.
Takes a little bit of humility and a little bit of determination at the same time to get that across, right? Well, obviously, Alex is doing a great job for you. This is another tune called Heartbreaker. Did you get your heart broken? Is that where this song comes from?
Well, really, it just comes from, there's been a lot of heartbreak in many ways in the past for me and for people around me. That's where, I got a lot of inspiration, is because I've had a lot of best friends that tell me about their heartbreaks and stuff, and I'm like, that would make a good song. So
well, let's check out your song. It's called Heartbreaker. She's from Banner, Kentucky, 15 years old. Mia Maguire, right here on WoodSongs Kids.
I don't want to know what it feels like to lose someone who cares, because it hurts so bad to lose you when you didn't care at all. I don't understand where things went wrong, 'cause I don't see a fault line. I used to think that we belonged, but now you're my ex-Valentine. Heartbreaker, 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 you go breaking hearts all the time. Heartbreaker, 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 breaking hearts just like mine. I'm no good for you, I don't want you to call me late tonight. Heartbreaker, 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 said you love me, but you lied. I thought you were yourself, but it turns out you were always someone else. Even though you left me speechless when you looked in my eyes, but you left me dreamless here in the dark. I thought you were an angel, but I've realized you are the devil in disguise. Heartbreaker, 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 you go breaking hearts all the time. Heartbreaker, 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 breaking hearts just like mine. I'm no good for you, I don't want you to call me late tonight. Heartbreaker, 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 said you love me, but you lied.
Heartbreakers, an original song. Wasn't it wonderful having Mia, 15 years old, from Banner, Kentucky, on our show, and all the way from Boone, North Carolina, the home of a wonderful guitar player himself, Doc Watson, and he's a good player too. Tucker Connor, 12 years old. You did a very good job with your acoustic guitar, and we are so happy that you would join us and be part of our broadcast as we celebrate the music of these kids. We want them to have fun. We want them to get good. Most importantly, we want the people around them to listen to them. That's what Mr. Rogers told everybody. He said, listening is where love begins. That's really the theme of this whole show, isn't it, Sarah? You're 12 and you sing, don't you?
I do.
Well, why don't you thank everybody for joining our show?
Thanks for being a part of our show. Join us again next week for more WoodSongs Kids.
Good job, everybody. Thank you so much for kicking us off like this. We appreciate your patience. Thank you.
I got a spare room behind the barn for my Mac attack when I'm on the farm. You click it on,
Get all the kids.
go around,
You're gonna get a picture.
see the cyber fun I found. Well, I'm a hayseed of the first degree. I'm a country boy from Tennessee. But on the screen I'm so debonair. I'm a cyber hunk